Listen, I don't know what your perspectives on abortion are, but this is an important and heart-wrenching story that needs to be heard on the topic of abortion. And then after we're done watching this clip, I'm going to break down to you the most objective perspective and opinion that I have on this, and I believe that is the most objectively factual based upon what I think and believe. So without further ado, let's watch the clip, and afterwards, let's break it down.
Hi, Michael. I wanted to leave a message. I'm not sure if you can play this. I'm in my 50s. This is about abortion. I'm in my 50s. So when I was 41, I got pregnant, and this is embarrassing, but I was addicted to drugs. And my doctor said, "How dare you bring a baby into this world when you're addicted to drugs? It's going to be damaged or neurologically damaged." And I felt so bad. He was so angry. So I asked if I could go to detox, and he said that was out of his purview. So I got really upset, and I had an abortion. But when I had the abortion, I told the doctor that I wanted to stay awake. And he thought that was crazy, but he said, okay. And he said, why? And I said, so I never do this again. And I was awake for the whole thing. And I think, and there was a red medical trash can, and I watched him throw my baby in the trash. And it was the most painful experience of my life. And there were, they herd you into this waiting room, and they shut the door, and you can't go out. You have to go through the procedure room. And all the girls there are really young, and they were crying. And the place put boxes of tissue out. And now I look back and how disgusting that was, that they knew how hard it was, and they put boxes of tissue out. Anyway, so now I'm older, and I could never have children again, and I don't have grandchildren. So people don't tell you about that you regret not having grandchildren. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Oof, man, really, really sorry to hear all of that.
So again, what a heart-wrenching situation and story. That's first. And listen, I'm going to give you two stories of my own. They're both experiences that I've had in my life. And these two experiences have happened on Clubhouse, the social media talking app that I'm pretty sure we all know about. And this happened a couple years ago. So the first story is, which occurred as a result of Roe versus Wade being now moved from the federal government to the states. And this was a big topic on the social media app Clubhouse. So my perspective is this. Women experience abortion as a very traumatic thing. And when I did security specifically when I was 19 years old, I worked at different sites. And one of the sites that I worked at, I didn't know what the site actually was when I first gone upon it and started working it. This particular building had no signs. It was just an address. And I swapped out with the other person. That was my assignment. And I was there, and my job was to sign people in and out and make sure nobody was protesting or doing things that could disrupt the flow of the business. I was 19, pretty oblivious to what was going on. But as I moved forward throughout my life, I really figured out what that was afterwards. What I noticed from working there is that women were coming in mild temper, mild happiness, and leaving out of that place traumatized. Absolutely, positively traumatized. Why? Because when it comes to abortion, it is life-altering. It is traumatic. And these are the things that most women feel as a result of this. What also comes with that is women often feel remorse and or regret as a result of having an abortion. Okay, I don't know if you know what happens, what a doctor actually has to do in the result of giving a woman an abortion. And there's different things that could be done. The baby could be, your fetus could be removed and exercised into a medical blender to be removed of medically in a proper way, bunny ears. Or what also could be done is that the doctor can go in there and remove limbs and parts of the baby piece by piece until it's all on the table accounted for, and which is disposed of preeminently in that way. Very horrific, very, very horrific. And my whole perspective is on this, and it's the most objective. And if you have one better than mine, go ahead and make a comment on the comment box about it. But if we're trying to make a better society, we should try to figure out how to make things better for women, not try to figure out how to attenuate the exiling of life and try to progress in making abortion as much as possible and expand it as far as we can legally, like some of the left-leaning states are doing. This seems antithetical to the progressive perspective and well-being of society and people and human beings in general. It's completely antithetical. The best thing we could do is try to find help, find solutions to women who feel as if their only or best option is to have an abortion. We need to find out how to help young women, guide them through this, give them the support they need, give them the resources they need if that's what they need, and find a way to help each other as a society, not find a way to expand abortion term limits of abortion after limited weeks and what to do afterwards when the baby is born, as the ex-governor of Virginia would say. This is insane. We should find a way to try to help each other and help women so that they could bring in these blessings and exceptional human potential, which is what a baby is. Not finding a better way to get rid of it and destroy it, which is what actually we're doing when we're progressing abortion forward. Story number 2, part number 2. Not at the same time or the same moment, but also a conversation had on Clubhouse. I told the story of how important having children was. And I talked about specifically a study done in nursing homes where people in the nursing home were interviewed. And what was your biggest regret in your life was the question. Now, many different people in the nursing home came up with different responses, different answers. Okay, but the people who did not have children and or wasn't married, their biggest regret in life was not having children and not getting married. That was every single one of their regrets. And I remember explaining that to individuals on Clubhouse. And then I also broke into the stat that a large majority, as far as I remember correctly, almost 70% or more of women who cannot have children actually want or desire children. Okay. One of the guys came off the mic and completely outraged and angry and told me what I'm saying is absolute BS. People don't care about getting married or having children. That's not important. What people care about in life is having an experience. And me, as a hiker, I hike to peaks, and that's the greatest thing I could ever do. Not a relationship and not having children. What you are absolutely saying is absolute BS, man. And you're just spouting BS. And this is one of the main reasons why I don't mess around on Clubhouse. Really, because it's a waste of my time. And two, who has time to be in a room with somebody espousing such the most low IQ perspective, and then other people on stage are listening to this and they're just co-signing complete garbage? And there's plenty of rooms of that. And some people would describe this as Clubhouse has a lot of rooms that are nothing more than low IQ'd sessions and or digital ghettos. And listen, let's take the science and data out of there. Let's say I completely lied about the science and data. Let's say I just completely made it up and what I'm a liar and I don't know what I'm talking about. I've never published a book. I've never read about citations. I know absolutely nothing about that. I don't have a pen to flex of thousands of studies that I reference from that come off the tongue of my brain. Let's say that's just all false and I just lied and made it up. Do you really need stats, studies, and information as a person to understand that one of the most important things that people understand and find internally is family, being in a relationship, and children? I don't think you need stats and data to understand that one of the highest things that people find meaning from is a relationship and having children. Okay? You don't need stats and data to understand that. And there's plenty of it out there. Okay? There was even a study done specifically when asked people, what is the most successful thing that they could do, or the most successful thing that can make them feel famous and or good or similar to fame and notoriety? What is the highest form of success they could get? Okay. And people said, when they look at other people, the most successful thing they could do is become famous. And then when people were asked, what is the most successful thing that you could do as a person? They said, have a family. So, there's a lot of bad information and data out there. Not really data, but people espousing crazy things. Nevertheless, I hope this information, this story was impactful for you and you really got something out of it. Again, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got something out of it. Stick around for more videos. I'm Mr. Rembrandt, and this is Mr. Rembrandt. See you in the next video.